We did this thing during Pride Month where I stole Jobina's book club segment, and she hasn't sued me yet, so I'm going to keep going. The original segment is called Jobina's exclusive VIP-only private book club where everyone is invited. But that's out the window, and we're going to do my exclusive VIP-only private book club where everyone is invited. We're showcasing LGBTQ plus authors writing about issues that impact our queer community. And this book today is called Breaking Free, a saga of self-discovery by a gay Secret Service agent. The author is Corey Allen, and Corey is joining us live this morning. Hi, Corey.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on from South Georgia.
Oh, very good. Okay, well, Corey, before I start my questions, I have a question that comes from my co-anchor, Kumasi Aaron, who will now be taking my seat.
Okay, so you're in South Georgia, which is close to Jacksonville, Florida, which is where I saw Michelle Obama for the very first time. She was visiting, I think it was NAS Jax. And I was so excited, and I was trying to get to her to take a picture with her, and I got up really close, and then somebody was like, no, can't touch her. Was it you?
It was not. I don't know what year this was, but I assure you it was not me.
2012, April 2012.
No, I was in Miami at the time. I was not on their detail yet, so it was not me.
Okay, you can continue.
Corey, you may continue with this interview.
Thank you
very much.
I was scarred for life.
Okay, so Corey, before we get into all of the background of you coming out and the difficulties that ensued because of that, tell us who over the years you have protected as a member of their detail.
As far as permanent detail, I was assigned to the Obamas from 2016 until 2019 when I came to California. And before that, depending on the campaign, 2012, bouncing between Mitt Romney and Obama, Paul Ryan, 2016 campaign, Bernie Sanders, Trump, Hillary, visiting foreign heads of state, the Pope when he came to DC, Trump's inauguration in 2016. So just kind of bounced all over the map, but my actual permanent detail was with the Obamas, and 2 years of that was with Michelle.
So what was your favorite moment of protecting any one of these people, and what was the worst?
Favorite moment, memorable was when the Pope was in DC, and having to be on that and just the momentous occasion that it is and that it was, the amount of responsibility. And we succeeded in keeping him safe. As well as traveling the world with Michelle Obama on the Becoming book tour. We traveled to all over the globe, interactions with A-list celebrities, Anderson Cooper, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Bruce Springsteen, the list goes on and on. But favorite moment was going to the Grammys with Michelle Obama in 2019. That was my last actual trip with the Secret Service before I came to California for a new job. That was, music ties its way through my story, and so that was just a phenomenal experience to be on stage and be backstage with all these massive music icons who I've idolized for so long.
Yeah, you talk about at one point being on this stage with Beyonce and Jay-Z just literally steps away from you. You had all this access to these famous people and of course these really luminous political, gods and goddesses. But at the same time, it also seemed like that wasn't really quite enough for you. I mean, you had made it really to the top echelon of the Secret Service and of protecting people, but it was all kind of like looking through a window at everything. Do I have that kind of right?
You have it very right. It took a while for me to separate my personal identity from my professional identity. I allowed them to become intertwined. I became married to my job, and that became my identity. I went through a divorce. I was traveling so much. And at some point I stopped to reflect. I was like, this is not actually my life that I'm living. As you just said, I'm living it, looking through the window of everybody else's lives and having all this access. But at the same time, it was never me that was in the spotlight. It was never about me. And I had to take a stand to prioritize my own life and put my own desires, which is to have a family and settle down again. So you had that 100% right.
When I've talked to friends of mine or even people who aren't necessarily in my personal life who are members of some kind of force, whether it's a police force or the military, it's always really interesting to me when they are gay men, because it always feels like there is this extra layer of armor. There's a physical armor that they wear, but then there's also this layer of identity armor that they wear because they feel like they have something even more to prove. Did you feel that way?
I did, and I still do. I still struggle with that. And I had to live two lives to protect myself, just to protect my career, discrimination issues that have percolated through 22 years of government service. You know, at times I just could have been fired for being gay multiple times throughout my career. So I just had to live two different identities. And here I'm actually at a leadership institute this week, and I talked about my book in front of a class full of supervisory special agents, and there's 350 years worth of experience in this room. And I was terrified to talk about this publicly, but also realizing to lower the fear, I need to put my vulnerability out there. And the response was fantastic. And that was just this week that occurred. So I'm still finding that balance and figuring out that tool, but then to have people reach out to me, especially gay law enforcement officers, to thank me for telling my story, to come out to me, but also hear that this is still an issue for so many. So I do see an avenue where this can help people. And I think that's a pivot I'm going to need to make, because there's no like national foundation that helps gay law enforcement officers for resources for advocacy, et cetera.
Well, that's a really good idea. You could start it. It does seem like
Yes.
something that is necessary if we want to continue to foster a belief that people can go into these lines of work.
Oh, absolutely. And these experiences are just affirming that that's something that I want to do, and I can do that in retirement and start building that now, because it just does not exist, and we need that to exist. So yeah, no, and that's something I can dive right into and be super passionate about. So I do look forward to seeing how this develops.
Well, it's really, I mean, obviously you've led a very interesting life, and it also just reminded me of, the fact that when you live outside of a big city like San Francisco or Los Angeles or New York, I mean, there are still a lot of struggles when it comes to growing up and being gay, especially when you're going into law enforcement and the military. The book is called Breaking Free, a saga of self-discovery by a gay Secret Service agent. Corey Allen, thanks so much for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me, Reggie. Great to see you again, and enjoy the weekend that's coming up on us.
And we'll be right back.